All right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome
What's
to
going on?
Music Industry
All right, go ahead.
Makeover. We are here. This is Rico. We got Rico.
What's up?
Ron is he'll be with us in a minute. He's got to talk to moms.
Mm-hmm.
And me, Simone, with
Welcome
you
to another
live.
Thursday.
Welcome to another Thursday. Right.
Welcome to another Thursday.
That's
We're
good.
glad to be
Okay.
on.
Our topic tonight is streams of income. What streams of income are there out there that you can use to help push your ministry forward, to monetize your music, monetize other things you've got going on, to help, brand yourself and to sustain your ministry? That is
Right.
very, very important. And
Right.
so the guys were telling me that I should tell you about this service that I found out this week. And it's
Hey,
called
what's up, Vince?
It's called Waterfall, and it's brand new. It's actually not. Have they even launched yet? I think they have launched.
They have that. We're not
Um,
advertising, really advertising it
yeah, they're
yet.
not really advertising, but the head of it, he's an artist. His name is Neil Morse. I forget the name of his band, but well, I guess the name of the band is Radiant. Is that or is that just that's the name of his record company? Anyhow, the Neil Morse Band. Never mind. There it is. Neil Morse Band. So he's working with an app developer, and they're building this streaming service that other artists can use to build their own streaming services.
Right.
So basically, you can have your own waterfall. And this just goes to show how fast technology is moving and how
Right.
we should be keeping up with a lot of these things,
Right.
because there are so many there's so many
Wrong show,
options
Stacy. Uh huh.
out there for you. So, Stacey, we're talking about streams of income
And
Yeah.
when we were talking about creating streams of income
and
for
creating
yourself
streams of income for yourself and utilizing
outside
some of
of
the
music.
opportunities that there are out there,
Right. Using
right?
it to working it, using it to work with you to help you with your music career,
Yeah,
but creating income for yourself.
right. So there's this, I was talking about this streaming service or this new app called Waterfall that's being launched, that where artists can, if especially if you have a big catalog, it works best for artists who have a big catalog,
Right.
for them to create their own streaming service. And it's basically an option for you to be able to make a steady income from your fans, right?
Right.
You charge them monthly for your music, and the platform keeps 15%, you keep 85%. And and you get steady money coming in. The money goes directly to your bank account. Nobody's holding on to it. The platform takes their 15%, and the rest of it goes directly into your bank account.
There you go.
Which is better than the other streaming services, better than what they're paying.
Right.
Another thing too is that this service takes care of the publishing for you. So they pay the publishers. So you don't have to worry about that.
Wow.
But hey,
Pretty interesting service.
it's a leg up from Spotify TuneCore, because with TuneCore, Spotify, CD Baby,
Okay, I'm good.
those streaming amounts. Yeah, you perfect, bro.
Mhm.
Those streaming services, they kind of rob the artist. So
They
Right.
really do.
so
They
so
really
e-
do.
so even if you pay them a real 15%, you know, uh, it's just so funky, man. How Spotify, the TuneCore, CD Baby, to where they pay your streaming fees. So here
Right.
it's kind of clear. 15 cents on the dollar. Hey, they get 15, you get 85. But
You
then
get 85.
I put a twist on it as well, because like what you have to create good people, find great people for your team. Meaning
Mhm.
that you need to know other people other than just producers, engineers.
Right.
You should be trying to make friends with some app developers, right?
Mhm.
Right.
You should have at least one or two developers on your squad, right? And when you're making money, instead of blowing the money not even taking a portion of it and not putting it back in your music, but taking a portion of the money that you're making and putting it into R&D for developing an app, right?
Mm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, we're moving into the future as far as technology, right?
Right.
And when Simone, kind of brought it to us to kind of for us to talk about, the thing that kind of went in my head was ownership. Not that granted you getting 85% is better, but how much better would it be for you to create your own platform and you can get all your streaming proceeds for yourself? You
There you
It
know,
go.
all depends on how much work you want to do, really, because
correct.
you
Mhm.
can you can develop the app, you can put it out there for people to use and pay for that streaming monthly, but you also have to host the music. You have to and you have to make sure that you have the bandwidth for
Hey,
doing
Mary.
that streaming on a regular basis too. So, if you're willing to take that on, then by all means. And don't forget, app developers are not cheap.
No,
You
they're
know,
not.
fifty
That's
Right.
why I
dollars
said.
an hour is cheap. Um,
That's
so
why that's why I said you got to put some money aside
and that takes money, right?
and put
Um,
some money into R&D. And guess what? And while you're on that, you don't know what that app developer could develop. That app developer, by you investing money into that app developer, and they develop something that really, really takes off. Because we were talking about Lyft, and how Lyft, you some smart cats created the Lyft app. Well, the rider and
oh,
if you drive around, they just immediately became a broker, and they only pay their drivers 20%, so they get 80% of the proceeds
yeah,
on something that they're not even doing the work. So
Wow.
right.
Yeah, that's a lot of work, man.
It's a lot of work and a lot of time to be a ride share driver.
And why and wear and tear on your car too.
Wear and tear on your car,
for
wear and
for
tear on your
20
body,
for
time.
20 cents for 20 cents out the dollar, it's crazy.
Right. It's a lot.
Wow.
So
Oh,
as
yeah.
much ownership as you can take, absolutely go for that. You know, if you find a platform where you can do what you want and they take 15% or less, that's a good thing to do
Right.
Wow.
because they're going to be, because that platform is going to take some of that, is going to be doing some of that marketing for you, right? Because they're going to be marketing their platform.
Right.
So that means that they're going to be bringing people. And if they're the kind of platform that showcases the people that are on their platform, already on their platform, then it's an opportunity for discovery. A lot of people don't discover people on there, but it's still an opportunity. Um,
Right.
Having your own, and you have to have, if you do it yourself, well, even with this platform where you're a part of their platform and you have your own app, you still have to have a very solid fan base and a hungry fan base who are hungry for your music. Why?
Right.
Because everybody's on Spotify. You're going to try and get them off of Spotify and bring them over to your waterfall. That takes work if you don't have a good fan base.
And it takes, and that's the process where a lot of artists unfortunately fall off because they're trying to convince others to come and check out their music. And and
Right.
and again, you're in competition. You're an artist. You're in competition with other gospel artists out there that's
Right.
trying to sell music. So you can say it's not, but it is. Okay, this
Right.
is
Right.
the music industry,
Mm.
and that's and no matter how much all this technology comes out that makes it so convenient for you, because that is very convenient. This new technology, that new technology that Simone mentioned, but you still, the process of marketing and promotion never changes.
Yeah.
Never changes.
That
Correct.
that marketing piece.
Right.
80 There's this 80/20 rule that just kind of permeates everything.
Hmm.
Marketing is 80% of your business. Everything
Right.
else is 20%. That
Exactly.
marketing, especially when you're a new artist, especially when
Right.
you don't already have a fan base, you really have to put 80% of your time and your money and your effort into marketing.
Exactly.
Even though, yeah, you want your music to be good, you want to be out there rehearsing, you want to be writing, you want to be producing, all of that stuff. But still, you cannot forget, you cannot overlook that
Cannot.
marketing piece. Because if you do, you're
Right.
just going to be writing and doing singing in the obscurity. Nobody's gonna know about you.
And you'll be in the same spot 3 or 4 years from now, doing the same thing, trying to expect new results.
And still fussing about you not getting no money from you doing your music.
Yeah, and folks not supporting you. Like, darn, man, folks not buying my music. Well, yeah, you haven't convinced them to buy your music. Okay.
And people only support what they believe in. So you got to find ways to get people to believe in you.
Right.
And social media plays a part in it. And so what are we saying? And I know this may sound, you got to know this because it ain't always just stepping up to a microphone saying your rhymes and singing your tunes. Mm-hmm. You got to actually kind of dig in and understand the admin. You got to do some marketing, right? You got to understand a little business for yourself, so you be able to continue doing music. And that's kind of what we're talking about. It's important for you to create money for yourself so that you can continue doing your music. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So you're not in a situation where you're really looking for support. So and then I still go back again, break bread with an app developer or somebody develop apps. And I'm gonna say that, and I want to mention Lecrae. Lecrae ended up investing into a mastering platform like Lando.
Yeah. Oh yes, right? Yes. I'm glad you brought that up.
Although you have Landor, you have some other type of platforms that kind of do automatic mastering for you. But Lecrae, he actually broke bread with another guy, and they actually own a platform to do mastering. Well, even if people, because of his name, he's using his name, right? And his fan base, for people to jump on board and pay for mastering. But that's another source of income for him outside of music, right? Right. And so it's still an intentional congruence because owning a mastering automatic mastering program for people to come and and master, and you're an artist, he can plug himself at shows. Other artists, they'll probably just come on the platform. So I think it's smart and it's kind of genius him doing it, and that is a perfect way to use intentional congruence. Because that business will not conflict with his business as what he's doing as a rapper, what he's doing. Right. It is actually support what he's doing. And all the people that he come across, he can funnel them to his mastering platform. So I'm only talking about the business idea of thinking business as an artist. You have to think out of the box, and you got to create some other revenue because people are not buying records no more like that. Right? No. You could, back in the day, you could take a record and do it, and you could just put it out. And if it was dope, man, people would buy it. If you could get with a group or, a management company, they could put you in Walmart in the stores or record stores. But that day is gone. Yeah. Right. And I have Google Play. So I pay $10 a month with Google Play myself. So all the music that I want to listen to, I can listen to it for free. Right. Yep. So you can't beat $10 a month for millions and millions of records. You're not going to beat that. So you have to find other ways to get people interested into you and how you can make money other than just the actual sale of that song.
Hey, this is the Music Industry Makeover. We come on every Thursday night right here at 9 p.m. on this page. We thank you so much. If it's your first time tuning in, thank you so much for joining us. And as you can see across the screen, go check us out, musicindustrymakeover.com. We are digital marketing services for you, for artists, because we do artist promotions. And we just, we want to see, we work with exclusively Christian artists, Christian gospel artists. And so if you're out there needing of services, we are available. And if we're not, we can refer you to someone else or so. I mean, there's room for everybody, but we want to see you succeed on this journey.
And the reason we, we're not trying to alienate you guys and girls that's out there that's doing music and you're not doing Christian music. It's just that there's a lot of avenues already. If you're doing mainstream or another term, secular music, there's a lot of avenues already available. Right. We don't have a lot of avenues available for people that want to do faith-based music totally. Right. There's not a lot of opportunity. So, we're not, not trying to put nobody down and that's what you want to do. Right. We're not knocking that. It's just that we want to try to help those people that want to, stay in the realm of just kind of building the kingdom of Jesus, you know, and
Right.
that's what we're doing. So we don't want to alienate you, but that's the
No.
reason why we're doing that. So
Right.
And for me, I only work with Christian artists because I want to use my time and my talents to build up the kingdom of God.
amen.
Exactly. Same here.
That's my main goal. And for the gifts that God has given me, and the talents that He's given me, I want to use that to give back to Him, not to give to
Amen.
His enemy. You know?
Right. Exactly. Because we realize a lot of, you Christian artists with your different styles, for us with urban gospel and spoken word, or so, you don't have that many opportunities within the church. Okay.
Right.
Gospel is normally viewed upon as, that Sunday best type style,
Right.
that, squalling and choirs and quartets.
Right,
So,
right.
and it's just, okay, there's more to gospel music than just
More
that.
to that. Right.
And so, and we know there's some gatekeepers that are in radio and have other platforms that are just only sticking with that particular style and kind of leaving you all out, even though they say that they include you all, but just looking at the facts, that's not true. So we want to create our own platforms for you all to have consistent visibility. All right. And that's come through marketing promotions. If y'all guys have any questions out there or comments, feel free to chime in, okay, so that we can definitely address them, because we're here to help and give you some tips, because we want to see you grow and succeed in the body of Christ, in your music ministry or industry, whatever you want to call it. Either way, it takes work, it takes business, it takes sacrifice for you to get to that goal that you say God has given you, whatever that vision or ministry. All right. Yes.
So, when we were talking about this streaming service, one of the things that it brought up for me, and something that I've been telling fans for a long time, is, when you have this fan base that you're building, another stream of income would be to have a fan base, a fan club. I mean,
fan club.
Have a fan club where people are paying you yearly or monthly, and you have steady income coming in. And those people who are part of your fan club, they get special time with you. They get special stuff. They get, backstage passes, or they get to have dinner with you.
Right.
Before the show or something. Just give them exclusive stuff, but make it special for them.
Right.
If we think outside the box, there's things that we could do to monetize our music ministry without it's not just selling music. Over the past few years, iTunes has basically taught us all that music is cheap or free, and nobody wants to pay for it anymore. So now, as an artist, you have to find other ways to monetize. You start with the music, you make sure the music is good.
Right.
And a lot of artists are just giving the music away, but they're selling everything else.
Right.
There you go.
And
fashion and merch, teaching and live events. There's lots of different ways that you can monetize. Just take some thinking outside the box.
And look at your fan base. Your fan base is your supporters, right? So if you stay right there for a second and think about, these people are interested in what you are doing, right? So there's a lot of different things that you can do to engage them with you. It's not really about anybody else. And as Simone was thinking, I was like, if you're in a town and you can kind of track. That's why it's good to have good marketing, because if you have great marketing, you have great tracking, so you can kind of see where your traffic is coming from. But if you have a lot of people that are following you in a certain zip code, and you're a couple hours away, why not just drive down and have a dinner and invite them out to a dinner? Have dinner with you, have lunch with you. I guarantee you there are a lot of artists that are not doing that with their fan base.
Right.
Something as simple as just sitting down, having a meal and talking, let them shake your hand, and y'all just chopping it up.
Right.
And I guarantee you have a fan for a very long time, because they're able to see you are a real person. These are simple things.
They want to connect with you.
They want to connect with you. And I guarantee you, if you put a pen up, it's going to stand out, because when they look on, when they get on the web and they start looking None of these other people are going to sit down just to have a dinner with their fans, not discussing music, but just
Right.
sit down talking about kids and games and
Life in general, yeah.
life in general. Just breaking bread and having dinner. Man, you'll be
Yeah.
amazed. Be amazed.
That's building relationships.
And I want to thank Corinthia
Hey,
Nicole.
Corinthia.
How you doing?
What's up, Corinthia?
I think I might know you. I don't know if you're out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. So if so, you're definitely a singer and another aspiring artist out there as well. And everyone else that has tuned in or so, make sure y'all share this with your friends. Y'all come on in, tell them that we're on. This is the Music Industry Makeover. And again, we love to connect with you all out there. If y'all have any questions or comments for us, let us know as we talk about the subject and anything else that you might want to that you may have had questions about. There's a lot of different conferences out there and award shows. Just recently, the Dove Awards is taking place over in Nashville, Tennessee. That happens every October around this time, and so it's good to network if that's what you want to do for us in the industry, being in the know, because it definitely takes a lot of sacrifice. It's good networking, but it definitely takes a lot of sacrifice. And
it does. Nashville is not a cheap city.
No, Nashville is definitely not cheap.
Surprised me. I'm like, okay, it's in the South. Why is it so expensive? But it's a destination. That's why.
It is a destination, especially for music. Okay.
Yeah.
And for who's who in the CCM market, which is contemporary music, and so it's good to connect and meet new people out there. Okay. I ran across an article in this chat, and it was about this one artist in NF who's a Christian rap artist. Well, he doesn't label himself as.
No, he's not a Christian, but
he started out as one, I guess.
Yeah,
and now he makes inspirational music.
Inspirational.
Yeah, and so now he there's a hip hop station in Houston, and I'm trying to find an article. I tried to save it, but there's a hip hop station in Houston that changes format for a few hours to where they play nothing but his music
for 3 hours. Which is a dope marketing ploy.
It is. It really is.
Yes.
Because I bet people tune in who aren't his fans just to see if they were really going to play his songs back to back.
3 hours.
Right, 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? It's not free. You had to pay for that.
You had to pay for that.
3 hours.
Yeah.
That's airtime on. Is this right? And it's Houston, right? So that's a major station.
Houston. Right, exactly. But again, 3 hours.
Money.
And if it's every night or so for 3 hours, it's like, wow, that's a pretty penny right there.
Oh, this is not a one-time thing.
No. So
wow.
Hey, but again, it's how bad you want it, okay? Right? It's how bad you want it. All right, Mary asked a question.
Thinking.
Do you think it's a change maker with Aaron Cole being the first hip hop artist as won a new artist award? Yeah,
he won a Dove Award.
Yeah, he won a Dove. He won a Dove Award for new artists. So it might be or so, but then again, I guess we have to ask, what kind of change or so.
I was gonna go from here on out, right?
So what you got to think about when it comes to award shows. Let me put a lot of stuff in perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Award shows don't really mean anything, right?
Right.
Because
a lot of politics.
It's a lot of politics. It's a lot of politics. A lot of those artists, I'm not gonna say they're not that great, but I'm just saying that whole pool is a bunch of politics. So I wouldn't, as a believer, I would tell you as a Christian artist, don't get so caught up in the award stuff. Mm-hmm. And I see a lot of churches try to do awards because they're trying to mimic other places doing awards. The greatest accolade, man, that you can have as a Christian artist is not a trophy, right? Or not any type of tangible thing to say you're dope as an artist. Your greatest reward can be being consistent with your fans, because that will reward you. Preaching the gospel, man, when you have an opportunity, being down to earth, right? Doing exactly what Jesus did. Don't try to get caught up in playing in the awards game, because you'll lose yourself in trying to get people, because a lot of those awards is getting people to like you. So like when I do remix, I used to do remix contests all the time as a producer, but I stopped because when we started, you had a panel of judges that judged the remixes just based on talent, creativity. It was just based on, a couple things a couple producer set of skills. But then they started changing it to where you had to get so many votes. Man, I don't want a lobby for somebody to vote for my music, because now it becomes a popularity contest.
Right.
Somebody who's a part of a big ministry, goes up for an award, and it's based on votes. Well, their church have 80,000 members, right? If the pastor say, "Hey, we want you to vote for this person 80,000 times," you may be a better artist, but that person may win just based on votes.
Right.
So I say that just do your music for Jesus, man. Be the very best you can do, and excellent. Making sure you are very, serious about your music. You put a lot of time in it. Don't play the awards game, because it means nothing. Those guys that win Grammys, they know who's going to get a Grammy before they get a Grammy, right? So I would say as a believer, don't get caught up in the awards. And it's great, that, hey, Aaron Coleman, he's a cool cat. He's doing this thing. He's a nice guy, man. He's a cool cat. But don't get caught up in the awards, because we're gonna say, don't worry about that. Just do what you do.
It's not necessarily an indication of somebody's success.
Right.
No, it's really, because somebody could be out there who you've never heard of, but they have a very large fan base and they're really affecting lives. But, somebody else wins the award.
Right.
But they won the award because they scratched the right backs and the right people voted for them, and that's really it. They know how to schmooze.
Or that pastor got 8 other pastors with other bigger ministries,
churches,
and they grease some palms to make sure your name gets circled. I've seen all that stuff happen.
And you have to pay to vote. You have to be a member.
You have to be a member of.
Pay your
annual dues.
Your annual dues.
Right.
So it's only the people who are members, not actual fans, who are voting.
Right.
And then also another way you to tell the success of your music is how many the lives that it touches. Okay?
Right.
Because again, this is life music. The gospel is the good news of Jesus Christ. So again, your reward, the biggest reward show is again when Jesus gives you that crown of life or the crown of rewards, so that you have done while you're on this earth. Okay.
Or somebody reach out to you and say, "Man, I listened to your song, and your song stopped me from committing suicide."
There you go. That's much better than any award show or trophy ever, right there.
Or your song. Just I was wrestling with this, and when I was listening to your song, man, Jesus brought deliverance to me,
right?
Because I heard what you were saying, and I felt the praise of the Lord.
Praise God.
And my life just changed. Like that's greater than
any trophy out there.
And that's why we do what we do,
right?
We don't do this show right now today because we're getting paid. We're not getting paid to be on this show, right?
Right.
We want to give you guys, and I think every time we have a show, there's always something that we bring to the table as a nugget that you didn't pay for, that can change your life and cause you to be able to make money.
Right.
But we do it because we want to see your life change. And we did this because we want to see people on fire for the Lord and encourage instead of discourage. How many of y'all been discouraged as an artist, as a Christian artist? How many times have you been discouraged when you did your music, you put all, and then it don't go nowhere, you don't really know what to do, you go and ask some people, and people that are doing good musically, they won't really share nothing with you.
Right.
They try to keep it a secret.
Because you're in competition with them.
And you're in competition. Right. I know how that felt, right?
Yeah.
We all up here know how
I've
to
seen
tell.
artists give up. I've seen really good artists give up
Yes.
and stop singing, stop,
Stop
just
rapping, all that.
close down their ministry because they're just discouraged with the industry. They're spinning their wheels and not getting anywhere. There's no money coming in the door. There's no fans. There's no, no nothing. They just feel like they're singing to the air. They keep trying this and trying that, and nothing is working.
Right.
And part of that is, again, you have to go back to the foundation of why are you doing it?
Why
okay.
are you doing that?
Again, and that's a tough question.
Yeah. People are
right.
going to the awards, and okay, well, the award, if I get an award, I'm going to be popular, and people are going to start buying my music, and people are going to start listening to it. Like, no, not really. They might for a couple of days, but then it's over because then they forgot about the award show and they went back to their lives.
And then I think what it is they're trying to take a mainstream concept like the Grammys. Okay, you got all these radio stations that will play mainstream artists, but now you're trying to bring that same concept in the Christian or gospel arena. Take for example, okay, you got a good spoken word artist, a gospel spoken word artist, or a Christian hip hop artist, but majority of these stations, black gospel stations, don't play that kind of music. Yeah. So how are the people going to really try to remember you when they don't really hear your music on the record?
Right.
I'm just talking logic here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not no shade, but so
that's absolutely true. The stations aren't playing your kind of music.
So what's the point of having having that kind of award or winning an award, and they're not playing your music anyway? Right. So yeah, just something for y'all to think about. That's all.
And the whole idea, man, is we want you to be encouraged and not discouraged.
Right.
This is what this is about, man. We're not trying to we don't want to tear you down. I know what it feels like. Because I remember, man, when I really first started doing music and I was trying to find out the right equipment to buy, man, I would go to people and I would ask, and wouldn't nobody tell me at first. And so basically what happens, man, I go work at a music store. Mm-hmm. So I could learn equipment. My job, I didn't make no money as a keyboard tech at this music store, right? Mm-hmm. But it was the coolest job for me in the world. Although I didn't make no money, because I could take every board that ever came out. My job was to go home and learn that board, right? Mm-hmm. Any new equipment come in, my job was to learn it. So that sparked the love for production. Mm-hmm. I started learning how to do stuff, and that job. Because my wife would tell you, she said, why you work that job? Like, because I meet people. I started meeting pastors. I started meeting ministers of music from different churches, right? And then I started meeting artists. I would demo the boards and show them how to lay tracks on different boards and different features. And through that one job, when I started building private studios for people, I actually got those clients that came in the record store, right? When they was putting together their studio. And, so I said all that to say, just start doing, if you love doing your music, just start. Don't get discouraged because you don't know. The Lord say he will bring us to an expected end. So you don't know where he may take you with your music. Right. So don't look to the left or look to the right and see somebody else is running fast and it seems like everything is happening. You don't really know that story. And then if you did know that story, that's their story. That ain't your story.
Exactly. I like, like even with me with me doing radio, as long as I told this story to somebody that when I was on the radio down in Daytona Beach, Florida, and it was a Christian station, and I was playing Christian hip hop. I had a show called Urban Drama, and so basically I was playing that, and they have it programmed into the prisons. To the local prison down there, and I got a letter from a prisoner that said how this music really blessed him, and encouraged him while he was sitting in his cell and things like that. And I still have that letter today. That was over 20 some years ago. That's why I still do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Because again, it's blessing somebody.
It's blessing people. Yeah, absolutely.
And that's how you have to look at your music. It's blessing somebody. Your harvest is definitely going to come. Trust me.
Absolutely.
Amen. Alton, hey Alton, what's going on? Hey, Demonstella Park. He says we have to redefine what success and reward is in the music ministry.
Amen.
Amen.
Stop looking at convention.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. And amen. And
You know.
amen. And amen
Yes.
again.
Exactly. And this is a legend. This is one a legend. Hey, Kareem, what's going on? Hey, again, this is the music industry makeover. Again, we come on here every Thursday night right here talking about giving you tips on music, on music and marketing and promotions. We're here for you. Go to musicindustrymakeover.com if you are looking for some promoters and some marketers. Hey, we're here for you. Because we want to help you artists out there go to the next level, building God's kingdom. Amen. Yes. If y'all got any questions, feel free to type them up there. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We want to be a blessing to you. And again, we were talking about the different technology that's coming about. So, hey, what's going on, Kareem? Who's another artist, and he's an actor as well too.
What's up, Kareem?
And hey,
what's up, Anthony?
Yeah. Hey, Anthony.
Yeah, brother Anthony, man, we got to have you on, man. So you just let us know, bro. Yes. Okay. So here's another person that's been in the industry on the CCM side, and so we definitely want to talk about that because like I say, the grass is not always greener on the other side. All right. I mean, it may look like it is, but trust me, it's everything. That glitters not gold
as it seems.
Right. So stop looking for that easy money or the easy way out. Go through the process. Yeah. Okay, go through the process. And marketing and promotions is the process when it comes to music, not just music, but anything in life, basically. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's nickname jukebox. Yeah. Hey, man. Man, me and this brother go back in some music, man. I mean, definitely enjoy talking with him. You say, yes, Mary, it all takes work. Exactly. Everything, you know what I'm saying, it takes work. Okay. God designed it that way. It's all a process.
I want to go back to what Alton said. He said we have to redefine what success and reward is. So let's think about success. Take a minute and success is not the same for every person.
That's right.
Success is not, for a lot of us, it's not about money, right? It's money don't necessarily equal success. Right. You having free time could be success.
There you go.
Yeah. If you work the job and your hours on that job was, you working from 11 o'clock at night to 7 o'clock in the morning, and you're making $9 an hour, but you need that $9 an hour to kind of stay afloat. God bless you with an 8 to 5. Making $13 or $14 an hour, to me, that's a level of success.
Right. Went to the next level. That's right.
You're not working that graveyard shift, and you got $4 or $5 extra dollars of what you was making. Right?
There you go. Yeah, hey, that's very good, Rico. Very good.
Yeah. That's why whenever we speak to an artist, when we do our strategy sessions with artists, we always ask them, what is their goal? And they each tell us a different thing. Everybody's not looking. Success doesn't mean the same thing to every artist. Some artists want, a certain fan base size. Other artists want a certain income level. Other artists, they want to be on this platform or that platform. Everybody has a different definition of success to them. What we don't, and I guess we've made the message very clear because so far we haven't had an artist come to us and say, well, can you help me get on the Grammys?
Yeah, or get a Stellar or so.
Or get a Stellar, yeah. Right? No, nobody's asked us that. So I think we're doing a good job.
And that's not our goal to get you on that. Well, maybe that's yours, but no.
and I can tell you right now, if you, and I don't mind saying it, I'm against awards. I'm against awards because you can be that artist that gets so focused on getting awards that you don't focus on being a good Christian artist. You don't focus on having great content in your music. You don't focus on taking time to get to know the people that follow you, right? Because you got to think, you have these, and it's not because we always, when you get on the show, we'll always tell you, you don't need 1 million people, right? You got 1,000 people. If you got 1,000 people that are engaged with you and 1,000 people give you $100 a year into your ministry as an artist, that's $100,000 a year. That's more than enough money for you to focus on your supporters, to focus on your music. You can focus on Jesus. You can be your own boss, right? And so the thing is, we want to try to help you to focus on capturing, because you got to start small. Get that big stuff out of your head, right? If you get the big stuff out of your head, don't think about like, man, how am I a millionaire? Man, just think about trying to make an extra, man, $250 a month. Right?
Right. Start small. Right.
Start small, because what happens is if your mind is always on making $1 million, any little progress that you make, you're gonna feel like it's not enough, or maybe you're a failure, or you could have been better. And start small, and don't be so hard on yourself. Start at $250. So if you got 2 fans right now, go out and once again, go out and make basic conversations with people. Have a conversation. Like when you meet someone, don't talk about the music. Man, hey,
right.
How you doing? I'm
Right.
Rico. What's your name? Hey man, I'm glad
like
you
have a real conversation.
Like have a real conversation. I have
Think
people
amen, Vince.
longevity.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we suffer as Christian artists. I think we suffer really, really bad, or we fail bad at establishing relationships. We don't really understand how to make good relationships.
Right.
And a good relationship is, when you think about it, if somebody only come around you just to ask you for something,
you ain't gonna want to be around.
and when you don't have nothing, they are nowhere to be around.
Right.
Or when your name is mud, they like you got leprosy. Like we got to be better at establishing a relationship, and establish that relationship is just having a basic conversation. And I know some of y'all may say, "Man, that's elementary," but you wouldn't believe the people that just drop music. Like, dude, who are you? I don't even know you. Okay, can you just play our music? Like, dude, what are you right now, bro?
Right.
Can you say hey?
Right. How about that?
Hey, bro, Rico, how you doing?
Seriously. Hey, again, guys, if y'all got any questions for us, all right, those who just joined us, and so feel free. We would love to answer some of your questions here. Hey, how you doing, Miss Sheila? All right. She said you guys are awesome. And when God tells you to do something, he will make provision. I asked for help. People I know hesitated. I had to talk with Jesus, and he said, learn the music business first. I took the music business class and met a music film producer, Emmy Award winner, will now be helping me my next year putting songs out for film. I'm learning Pro Tools good now too. I've learned so much, but I know it's a business. That's right. You need to get a great team. Amen. Great fans. Look at me in a few years. That's right. Amen. Well said, Sheila. The Sheila Evan.
Amen.
You know what? Too.
Very good.
I'm reading this book called Hacking Music, and he's talking about the artists who do the best are ones who learn. They take the time to learn about the music business, but they don't stop there. Then they put in practice what they've learned.
Right.
And I think that's also something that artists really need to take to heart. Don't just learn.
Right.
Do nothing with it. I mean, that it gives you kind of a false sense of security, like, oh man, I've got all this knowledge. I'm really advancing. Like, no, actually, no, you're not, because you haven't actually taken the knowledge that you've learned and put it into practice.
Right.
Amen.
That's something that really needs to happen in especially in the gospel music industry, right? I see a lot of artists who come to the conferences every year. And they sit and they take it all in, they scribble the notes, and they're taking it all in. But then for a whole year, nothing happens. Right. Take one thing and put it into practice and then move on to the next.
I want to go with what Sheila said too. One part, she says I asked for help from people that she knew, and they hesitated. All right. And that is very, very so prevalent in society. Most of your help is going to come from strangers, and most of your support is going to come from strangers. So there's some friends that may buy your project, but for the most part, it's people that don't know you. That's where majority of your money is going to come from. I don't know why that is, but it could be some hidden jealousy or so. I don't know. But go ahead.
there, I was reading this about this in a book as well. Boundaries. And he talks about how when you are setting boundaries, when you have goals and you're out there and you're trying to reach them, you're trying to be better, you're trying to go higher, the people around you will be negative and they try to hold you back because they don't want you to leave. They don't want you to go further than where they are. They like it. It's nice and comfy where they are, right? They don't want you to leave and go higher because you're leaving them behind. It's a mixture of guilt that they're not working harder to reach their goals and dreams.
Right. That's
and
good.
it's also about being just comfortable where they are and not wanting anything to change. You know, a lot of people don't like change. You know, when you're trying to force the issue, you're trying to move and get somewhere.
Right.
You know, they're going to have a problem.
And then too,
you know, they're not going anywhere.
And then what you got to also think about too, if you find yourself stuck, right, and you don't see that you're progressing in your dreams of what you want to do, what you got to do is change your environment. And that
Amen.
Change your friends.
Amen.
Right. When I gave my life to the Lord, and I want you to take this and equate this. I'm not just saying to keep it into the ministry realm, but you can use it for a life lesson. When I first got saved, I like to smoke weed and drink, and I did that every day, right? And when I got saved, I went back to my same friends that smoke weed and drink. And I made a commitment in my mind, but I still ended up smoking weed and drinking, right? Because the people that I was around was doing that same stuff. Yeah. So when I changed my friends, because I didn't want to smoke weed, I went and got friends that did smoke weed, right? I'm just using that, whatever you do as a believer. I'm not going to smoke weed as a believer, and I don't have cancer, so I don't have no reason smoking it. But, the thing is, if you want to change something in your life and you want to be better, go get around people that are better than you. I wanted to learn the music business.
People you can learn from.
And the guy that really taught me the business, I learned from a couple people, but I got around producers that was way doper than me. Like people say, man, Rico, you dope as a producer, but man, this cats, man, way doper than me that I like. Man, I can't even carry lunch for them cats. But I wanted to get around smart people smarter than me. Get around people smarter than you. You're not gonna elevate being around people that are not pouring into you unless you're mentoring somebody.
Right.
Right? If you're mentoring a group of people, then you're the smartest person in the room a lot of times. But then you got to go.
And you also have to have the group of people who are smarter than you, who are mentoring you.
That are mentoring you. That are opening your eyes to some new opportunities. Opening your eyes to new ways of doing things.
And challenging you to come up higher.
To change. Right?
And then also, if you want to sell more of your merchandise or music, you got to go around other people outside of your immediate area. Okay, find those strangers that have never heard your music. So you still got to put it out there because everybody wants something for nothing. Folks wants free. Oh yeah, hey look, can I get a copy of your song or whatever, such and such? All right, no, but see, there's a way to weed those kind of people out.
You can have a copy of the song if you buy the T-shirt.
Exactly, right. And see, you gotta be smart with it. You know what I'm saying? So when you handle business, you will weed a lot of freeloaders out, especially even when it comes to marketing and promotions. We've dealt with some so that want something for nothing. But it's like, hey, we weren't designed to help you, and that's how you have to look at it. These people were not designed to support me. That's why they're not buying my stuff and all. I say, Sheila says, I think every rejection, it has been God's protection because it made me stronger and wiser. Success equals purpose, not money. So if music is it and God is in it, it will come forth. Amen.
Amen, Sheila.
Very good, Sheila. Very good. Yes.
Amen.
Man, yes. Hey, we are Music Industry Makeover. Hey, what's up, Kevin Palmer? Hey, how you doing, bro? And everyone else out there that just tuned in, thank y'all so much for allowing us to be a part of your night. You could be elsewhere, But thank you all so much. If you are an aspiring artist, if you got any questions about the music industry that you would like for us to answer, feel free to type it. We got 9 minutes or so. We don't want to take up too much more of your time. This is our podcast that we do every Thursday night. And we have a website called musicindustrymakeover.com. And we also have a page. Go join our page on Facebook, Music Industry Makeover. Okay.
And then you also can drop topics, things that you guys want us to talk about at our Music Industry Makeover page. You can just drop your topics that you guys may want us to talk about. And we'll kind of organize it and put it together and talk about it. You can go to our group page on Facebook and drop it there if you want.
Feel free, because again, we are here to help, and we're not the know-it-all or so, but we do know a lot of things.
We know a lot of stuff. We don't know it all, but what we don't know, we'll plug people in. Or
we'll find out.
Exactly, we'll find out. Exactly, because it's always changing.
There's people who are smarter than us too that we can ask.
Because I believe in keeping people around me that are smarter than me.
Yes.
Like y'all think I'm smart. Like, no, I'm dumb. And that's how I see myself. People say, man, how do you rate yourself? I rate myself as a 4. Because the minute that I say as a producer, I rate myself a 4. Because the minute that I say I'm a 10, man, there's no more room for me to grow on a 10-point scale.
Right. It's always right.
So I always say I'm a 4. I always want to learn more. And in the music business, as y'all see, if y'all keep up with it, it's evolving.
It is evolving. It's evolving. Thank you, Mary.
it's evolving. It's good and bad, right? Because on one hand, when it's evolving, you're getting the artificial intelligence piece that's being put into it, and the artificial intelligence piece is good and bad for some people, because the guys, like me, that were doing some of that manual stuff. Like, you don't necessarily have to pay for a lot of stuff no more but I think it's good, because people that are not musically inclined, that didn't have a lot of knowledge, they still can have access to this technology, and they still can put out music. And I don't like gatekeepers.
Playing field and gives more people opportunity.
I don't like gatekeepers.
Amen.
I don't like the gatekeeper mentality. I don't
like
the gatekeeper mentality. Friendships.
No, I don't either. Right.
I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? And
there's a lot of that in gospel.
And I'm against it, and I'm saying it over the airwaves.
I'm saying it with you as well. I don't either.
I don't like that gatekeeper mentality, that cliquish type.
Yes.
But I do know when I come around people that I don't know, and I want to try to break bread with them. Number one, I'm not gonna come around them talking like I may talk to Simone and Ron, right? Because when we talk, I can make jokes, cut the food, and they'll laugh. They think I'm silly. I won't act like that when I first meet someone, because you got to understand, a person's first perception of you, they begin to form who they think you are, right? Yeah. And so if you want to, and I like one thing that TD Jake said. I don't always agree with everything he said, but he do say some great stuff sometimes. He said that when you get to that next level, when you graduate and get to that promotion, you sit to the table. Everybody's smarter than you. You just shut up. Because if you shut up, you'll learn what the answer is.
And learn.
Right? Yeah. And so when I hang out with my friends that are super smarter than me, I shut up. I don't talk. They be like, why you so quiet? So,
I'm learning.
I know them
taking it in. All right.
Because I'm like a little kid, but then I grow. I don't like, because I so I say all that to say.
Thank you, Mary.
What you want to do, you just want to put yourself in the company of people that can elevate you, and that don't mind sharing.
That's right.
Amen. Wow. Amen. Exactly. Wow. Yes.
Thank you for the compliment, Mary.
Yes, Mary. And well said, Rico. Yeah. I mean, and that's a good topic to talk about. Us really not trusting one another, our own kind, our own race, because we always think that always trying to get over. So
I ain't gonna lie.
Many people have given us a bad rap.
So many, yes.
And I think too many times people, they've had bad experiences, and then so that colors their view of everybody in that race or that culture or whatever. I hear that.
Well, I guess what we try to do. Yeah, there's on both sides, but so that artists can know the signs. We try to give you the signs to pick up on to realize the red flag. Okay, if this person is talking like this, and you hear it somewhere, like, all right, yeah, let me be careful of that. Because there are some wolves in sheep's clothing in gospel music. All right. Yes, black gospel, CCM gospel, Christian, whatever. There are some, but know the signs. Okay.
Right.
There's wolves in every culture.
Wolves in every
color,
culture.
every shape, and
Right. Again, you would think things would be roses because it's gospel and it's Christian, but no, there's some shysters up in there. All right. Yeah.
And it's
probably some that's probably watching us right now. And I don't
right. And the devil is busy. And where is he busy? He's busy in the church. Because it's the church that's trying to change the world and try to be better and trying to, build up the kingdom. Well, then that's where the devil's gonna work the hardest.
Exactly.
Stop all that.
I always say that the devil doesn't want the shoes that's already in his closet. And think about it.
I like that.
Do you actually pray? Do you pray before you leave out?
It only makes you stronger. That's true, Vincent.
When you go
the tests and the trials, they only make you stronger.
When you go in your closet,
as long as you survive, and if you stay positive and that this is not the end, this is not what God has for you, that he is there for you and always will be there for you, you can come through on the other side. You may have some scars, you may be wounded, but you're not down and out, and you can keep moving and keep going. I'm not sure what happened to the guys. I feel like I'm here by myself, but I don't know.
So y'all
disappeared.
Okay,
I can hear Ron.
You don't hear me, Rico?
Ron, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear both of y'all. Okay.
Oh, okay. I can't hear or see Rico. All right.
Oh, wow.
So, but I know he's there, so that's good.
But go ahead, Rico. Finish your thought. Go ahead.
So what I was saying was, if you go to your closet, you don't pray and ask Jesus, "Can you wear your shoes that's in your closet?" You don't. Why? Because those shoes are already there, right? So the devil does not desire shoes that he already has already. He desires the shoes that he can't get to. Those are the people that Satan desires. You know what I mean? So you're special. Know that you're special.
Right.
And but that's all I want to say, man, about that.
Okay, y'all see us? All right, y'all see. Yeah, oh yeah. Simone was definitely preaching up in there. Yes.
Yeah, Simone was preaching.
Yeah, okay, yeah. See. Okay, well, sorry about the technical difficulties. It's almost time to go anyways and things. Yes, as I said, we are the Music Industry Makeover. We just thank y'all so much for tuning in. And again, if you'd like to, reach out to us, go check us out on our Facebook page, Music Industry Makeover, and also go check out the website, musicindustrymakeover.com. I'll post it up here. And again, we want to see you successful. You can do anything you want to in this music ministry industry, whatever you want to call it, gospel. You can do what you are doing for us making money, reaching souls. It is possible, but you got to work at it. Okay, you got to work.
Right.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Amen. To God be the glory. Amen. You guys, any last word? Say PD want to say go to the jungle and then come out with a chinchilla. Right.
But I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah. Yes.
If you guys haven't, at least go to our YouTube page and subscribe.
Thank y'all for watching.
Yeah. And come join the group on Facebook if you can.
And for hanging out with us. And I hope you're learning something.
And don't forget to drop.
And let us know if there's a topic you want to talk about. Oh, I'm sorry. Is Rico talking?
I can't hear. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, okay, you can't hear. Oh, sorry. That's right.
Sorry.
That's all right. It's all good. Just make sure y'all go to our Facebook page and drop a question or two if you guys want to talk about. So me and Georgia, that's our time for tonight.
All right, y'all be blessed out there. And remember, you matter in the kingdom of God. All right, we'll see you next week. Pray for us as we pray for you. Okay? Remember, you're blessed. You're awesome. We are the Music Industry Makeover. To God be the glory. Amen.